Coming up on Valley News Live at 6, why West Fargo will be looking for a new assistant police chief.
Plus a look at what the Liquor Control Board is recommending for an embattled bar and nightclub.
And how a new app will help keep your kids safe from threats. Valley News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Valley News Live at 6.
We begin with breaking news as West Fargo police have confirmed for Valley News Live that Assistant Chief Boyer is going to be resigning, stepping down from his position effective October 1st.
We haven't heard the reason for that decision. Earlier this month, Boyer was placed on paid administrative leave for an undisclosed reason. He will remain on paid administrative leave until the 1st. We're also told that the internal investigation has not yet been closed.
Let's turn our attention now to the weather, which will be changing for some of you tomorrow.
So much so that Hutch is looking at a first alert weather day. He's here with what to expect. Hutch?
Thanks, you two. Good evening, everyone. We do have in parts of the valley some showers and thunderstorms tonight. In fact, a look off to the east of the Grand Forks area from our Home of Economy location showing a few clouds percolating up in the atmosphere in northwest Minnesota. Here's a look at the radar. Those showers and thunder showers moving into Beltrami County. Again, much needed rainfall in that area. Exceptional drought for portions of this area, but it's rapidly moving off to the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. A few rumbles of thunder here in southern and central Polk County, working its way towards Fosston at this hour. Nothing severe is anticipated as we go through this evening. Cooler where the rain showers are. We're talking 60s there. It's hot to the west. And that boundary is going to bring a chance for some volatile weather tomorrow. This evening, temperatures sneaking down into the mid 60s, slowly falling because it'll be breezy and for the most part a few clouds. Here's the area of concern as we head through your Thursday afternoon. I'll have the timing and track, but tomorrow we could see a few storms producing hail, gusty winds, and maybe even an isolated tornado.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
Fargo's Liquor Control Board is recommending the further suspension of the liquor license for the Africa Restaurant and Nightclub. It's been that way since July 1st. The new general manager, Mabulo Brown, says that this afternoon she wanted just the opportunity to show what she can turn the club around.
And I have all my money into this business and I work hard to earn those money. So I want to make sure everything runs fine. This is why I decide to be manager, to be there and see that thing run smoothly.
Today's recommendation will be forwarded to the full city commission, which will decide on the matter Monday.
Investigators in Minnesota are trying to make it easier than ever to report suspicious and concerning behavior, all from the comfort of your home.
The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says its new See It, Say It, Send It app has already been downloaded nearly 50,000 times within its first month, and it's helping detectives get to the bottom of any dangerous plots or threats to schools and places of worship. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley has details on how many tips investigators have received and are digging into.
It's not an app meant to help solve crimes that have already occurred. Rather, Minnesota BCA Superintendent Drew Evans says it's designed to stop any potential violence from ever happening.
If there's information about an individual that's playing video games online that's talking about wanting to do mass violence at a school, that may not always be obvious where that needs to go. So that tip then can come into us.
With the snap of a picture and some basic but detailed information, your tip can be sent to investigators almost instantly, and with the option of staying anonymous.
This isn't designed to be reporting, just somebody it doesn't seem right to them, that sort of information. We want specific information that we can act upon.
So far, the BCA says it's received 4 tips via the app, with one of those being referred for further investigation. Evans emphasizes the tips his agency is looking for are related to plans of mass violence at schools and places of worship, but says potential tips on other crimes or incidents won't be ignored.
If it's not criminal and it ends up not being suspicious, then that information goes away.
Evans says at the end of the day, if you feel like you have important information on suspicious behavior, to report it, as investigators would rather be safe and look into something than to not have the information at all.
Remember that there might be other pieces of information we're aware of, that this could be a missing key that really puts the puzzle together to say, yes, this could be an act of violence.
Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
So far, that app has been viewed by more than 400,000 Minnesotans. All smartphone users can download the See It, Say It, Send It app on their Apple, Android, or Google Play device.
Sanford officials tell us 32 COVID patients are in their hospital right now, and 7 of them are breakthrough cases, meaning the patient was fully vaccinated against the virus. Experts say there isn't one vaccine that's the most effective at preventing infection than the other.
As of today, that data is not available as to which vaccine has X number of breakthroughs relative to the other.
Dr. Ayi says the CDC is collecting data surrounding breakthrough infections, and out of the 176 million fully vaccinated Americans, about 11,000 have been hospitalized from COVID-19. Coming up tonight, we explore more into how COVID-19 related hospitalizations are being tracked locally. There's a big question of whether or not the number of people hospitalized are admitted for COVID-related symptoms, or if they had other health concern and happened to test positive during the intake process. Tonight, we explain what patterns Sanford Hospital is seeing.
Minnesota health officials have announced a new app that can give users quick access to their COVID-19 vaccination records. The app is called Docket. It allows residents with a Minnesota Immunization Information Connection record to securely view and share a digital version of their vaccine history. It works not only for COVID-19 records, but includes information on shots for the flu, whooping cough, and measles. The app is free to use and meets a recent surge in demand for people seeking access to their immunization records.
Redistricting isn't just about political representation, it's also a question of racial representation. Some of North Dakota's tribal leaders came to the state capitol today to make their case for the lines to be drawn to help them. They want a special understanding with lawmakers when they create the new districts for the reservations. Each legislative district is given 3 lawmakers representing them, 2 in the House and 1 in the Senate. Subdividing would draw another line within a district, splitting it in 2. One side would vote for one of the representatives, the other side would pick the other. Advocates say this would give the tribes a better chance at having additional members of the legislature.
What we're asking from a Native point of view is at least give us that fighting chance. We want to have true representation on the state level also.
This doesn't add or subtract members of the legislature, but it does mean half of a district would have different people to vote for from the other half.
Attorneys are asking a judge to dismiss the first-degree manslaughter charge against the former suburban Minneapolis police officer who shot and killed Dante Wright. Former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter says she mistakenly drew her gun instead of her stun gun. Her attorneys filed the motion today to dismiss the charge, saying she wasn't aware that the weapon she held was a gun and she was justified in using force to stop Wright because he had created a dangerous situation.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, look at a new monument to honor volunteers in the Red River Valley.
We're going to have the latest on the track and timing of thunderstorms in your Thursday forecast on a first alert weather day. For tonight, we're keeping you advised of showers and thunder rumbling through northwest Minnesota. Your hour-by-hour forecast is straight ahead.